Oh, it was all right. You know, these Vegas flights, half the people are drunk before they get on a flight.
Julian Castro is running for president. But unlike the 20 other 2020 candidates, he isn't camped out in Iowa or New Hampshire. He's in Nevada for the 7th time.
I see this state as just crucial to victory. They go third out of the first 4 early states, Iowa, New Hampshire, Nevada, and South Carolina. I've always received the best response here in Nevada.
Is it weird to come to Vegas and not gamble or party?
You know, when I was at HUD, and I came several times when I was HUD secretary, I would not even put a coin into the slot. These days, if we don't get finished too late, I may play some slots.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Banking on Nevada, Colorado, and Texas, not the traditional path to victory, but one that highlights Castro's supposed advantages.
Hey, how are you? Just a little bit about me. You know, I served on the city council in San Antonio, and then I served as mayor from 2009 to 2014, and then served as Obama's Secretary of Housing and Urban Development.
You know, if he were to be elected, he would be the first Latino president, which I would be very excited about.
You are the only Latino candidate in the race. What does that mean?
Well, that means I have at least one lane to myself, right?
How do you run as the Latino candidate without being reduced to being the Latino candidate as though that is the only thing that you bring to a ticket?
I've been very careful to both, of course, not shy away from my heritage that I'm very proud of, but also resist any efforts that people put forward to pigeonhole me.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, Mr. Secretary, how you
Hello,
doing?
good to see you. Doing
Welcome to
well.
our house again.
Thank you for having me.
Come on in.
Still, Castro's first policy proposal focuses on what many think of as a Latino issue: immigration reform.
I don't buy into the idea that we have to choose between border security and compassion. My People First immigration plan stresses that we treat people with compassion.
So I was wondering, what's your plan to address the student debt crisis?
We're going to propose tuition-free public universities, community colleges, apprenticeship and job training programs. So going forward, it would basically, if you go to one of the state schools, that would be tuition-free.
2020 could be a big year for Latino voters. For the first time, they'll likely be the largest ethnic minority group in the electorate, 32 million.
All right.
But immigration isn't the only thing on their minds, and Castro knows that.
I have no doubt that in 2020, the Latino turnout rate is going to go up because people are not just thinking about Donald Trump as a theoretical anymore. They know how bad he's been as president.
Go vote. This is the future of your country. This is the real deal. Make sure that your politicians, like right now, aren't giving you bullshit. Like, you're not giving me bullshit.
Thank you for clarifying that.
But in a crowded field, it's hard to stand out, and other contenders are generating more excitement. Is there a part of you that looks at Mayor Pete and is like, hey, I'm supposed to be the young mayor, or looks at Beto O'Rourke and says, I'm supposed to be the Texan, you can't claim that you're the only candidate from border state?
I mean, you know, I would be lying if I said that I don't see other candidates and say, oh, you know, like, we're in the same lane, and of course we're competing.
Es un placer estar aquí en Las Vegas.
One of the things that I benefit from, oddly enough, right now is lower expectations. Most people that start off as the front runner in these presidential races don't actually win the nomination. Sometimes they do, but mostly they don't. And so that's why I want to build this up steadily and, you know, slowly and be peaking at the right time.
Today, Castro announced he's reached the first debate threshold of 65,000 individual donors. So his fundraising may have accelerated since his disappointing first quarter numbers. But the latest polls still show him in the single digits.
I'm not a front runner right now. There are a lot of people here tonight, a lot of people in this community that don't feel like a front runner. I'm going out and I'm talking to them, and little by little I can tell that I'm gaining support and traction in this race.
Are you hearing as much buzz about him as you're hearing about other candidates?
I honestly don't, and it's very disappointing to me because I see people just try to write him off so easily. And I feel like people don't get it. And it's honestly very upsetting to me and very disheartening and sad because they write him off, but he's one of the most educated and best qualified candidates. And I think that comes back to the idea of how many times like people of color have to prove themselves that they're capable when other people, they have the media help or other things that kind of help them go.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Good to see you.
Who's ready for mole?
I asked one of your young supporters why she thought that you weren't breaking through, and she said to me, people of color have to prove themselves twice over. She wrong?
I don't disagree with that. Also, for some of the female candidates in this race, there are privileges that are extended to some folks that are not extended to others. But, on my end, what can I do except go and work hard and do what a lot of families out there do every day, which is to scrap and to continue to work. And I believe that we have enough time that it will break through.